Welcome to Finnish walkthrough course, chapter number 5, days of the week. So, like you might already know, we are using the notebooks that we have here on our Arctic Polyglot store for Finnish as a base for our course. So you can find here the Ultimate Finnish notebook and the English Finnish fill in the blanks notebook. So I will show you. So first you can see here, this is the fill in the blanks notebook for Finnish. This is the left page. So you have here in English the vocabulary list in English, and you have to fill in the blanks in Finnish. That's the idea. So you can see here the price is $12.90 plus delivery. And here's the Ultimate Finnish notebook. It's similar, but you already have everything from English to Finnish. And both of the books have an empty right page, which is graph paper, so you can write more content there about each topic. So today we will learn to talk about the days of the week. So in the end, you will have all the answers for these blank spaces of the fill in the blanks notebook, and you will also have the full explanations of the content here in the Ultimate Finnish notebook. So we will learn all the days of the week, talking about days, weeks, and weekends, and saying things like on, after, between, before, until, and with the days of the week. So let's start. So first the vocabulary here. So let's zoom this a bit. Today is tänään. Tänään. Tomorrow, huomenna. Huomenna. The day after tomorrow, ylihuomenna. So actually, yli means over. So it's like over tomorrow. Ylihuomenna. Yesterday, eilen. The day before yesterday, toissapäivänä. Toissapäivänä. Week, viikko. And you can see here the abbreviation is VKO. Weekend, viikonloppu. Viikonloppu. And the abbreviation is VKL. VKL. And viikonloppu, it comes from two words. So viikko and viikon is the genitive of viikko. And loppu means finish or end of the week. So viikonloppu. Weekday or workday, meaning days between Monday and Friday, is arkipäivä. Arkipäivä. And then all the days, Monday, maanantai. Maanantai. And here in this column, I have all the abbreviations, especially if you go to the shop or gym or bank. Usually they have something outside of their walls or doors. So usually you see all these abbreviations. They have like their opening hours. Tuesday, tiistai, tiistai. Wednesday, keskiviikko, keskiviikko. Thursday, torstai, torstai. Friday, perjantai. Perjantai. Saturday, lauantai. Lauantai. Sunday, sunnuntai. Sunnuntai. And now I just want to show you where the names of the days of the week come from. So here's an article on Wikipedia where they have like all the days of the weeks in different languages. So let's scroll here down. Okay, so the Germanic tradition is here. Sunday from Old English, sunnuntai, Monday, måndag, Tuesday, tiistai, Wednesday, Wednesday. I'm not sure if I pronounce them correctly, but I try, like according to the EPA. Thunresday, Friday, Friday, Saturday, Saturnesday, and here in you see them in different Germanic languages. Old English, Old Saxon, Old High German, German, and it's actually based on these names where the Finnish names come from. Like you can see here, sunnuntai, maanantai, tiistai, keskiviikko, torstai, perjantai, lauantai, and sunnuntai. You can see it sounds quite similar. It's like sunnuntai, sunnundag, sunnuntag, zontag. So this is the origin. I'm not sure when the Finnish language adopted these, but I'm pretty sure it was during the Swedish period. So from 1200s to 1809 or 1809, yeah, the Swedish era. But yeah, it's from a Swedish, and this is a pretty cool chart. You can see them also in other Uralic languages like Meänkieli, Kven, and the Sami languages. And they are all pretty similar. Also in Sami languages, which are more distinct, like you can see a lot of similarities here. So now I will have some questions and answers about the days of the week. So the first one is, what day is it today? Mikä päivä tänään on? Today is, and then you just say the name. Tänään on, for example, Monday, maanantai. Tänään on, you can, if you have actually the ultimate Finnish notebook, you can check the chart, and like you have here the question, mikä päivä tänään on, and you take this column and you say tänään on maanantai, tiistai, keskiviikko, torstai, tänään on perjantai, tänään on lauantai. So you the days of the week are in nominative. And yeah, here we will use the word olla, to be. So that's why I have here the chart of how to conjugate the verb to be. And we only need this one, on or oli, in the past, was. Like in this question, what day was it yesterday? Mikä päivä eilen oli? Mikä päivä eilen oli? Yesterday was Monday. Eilen oli maanantai. Then you again take this column and just say what day it was. What day is it tomorrow? Mikä päivä huomenna on? Mikä päivä huomenna on? Tomorrow is Monday. Huomenna on maanantai. Huomenna on torstai. Huomenna on lauantai. So again, the same column, just in the nominative case. So it's easy to say today is, yesterday was, tomorrow is, and then the name of the day. Is it Monday or Tuesday today? Onko tänään maanantai vai tiistai? And onko is a question verb, question word, because on is to be, is, and ko, it's a suffix which makes the word a question, onko. So you can actually put that suffix after almost anything. For example, after people's names, for example, my name is Christian. So if you say Christianko, that means, oh, Christian, or do you mean Christian? Or if you say maanantaiko, then it's a question like, oh, you mean Monday? But here it's, well, there isn't any similar in English, but in Arabic there is hal, it's a bit like that. And what else? In Estonian, kas is similar as well. But otherwise it's pretty straightforward, like tänään, today, and everything else in their basic forms. And then next, the question, on what day or on which days? So on what day, minä päivänä, and on which days, minä päivinä. So you might be a bit confused why minä päivänä, because minä, I mean, that's I. Well, it is I, but it's here actually what, because what is mikä in nominative, but here we need the essive, and in essive it's minä, which happens to be the same word exactly as the word, the pronoun I. And päivänä is also the essive of päivä, day. So on what day you would say minä päivänä. And in plural, it's minä päivinä. So here is the only difference in plural. Here, instead of a, you have I. Minä päivänä, on what day, and minä päivinä. And if you want to answer the first one, on what day, you can, let's take the chart here. On what day, the answer is on Monday, on Tuesday, and so forth. So you take this column and you can say on maanantaina, on Monday, tiistaina, on Tuesday, keskiviikkona, on Wednesday, torstaina, on Thursday, perjantaina, on Friday, lauantaina, on Saturday, sunnuntaina, on Sunday. So you can add more after that, like on Monday I eat breakfast and go to work, or whatever. Like maanantaina syön aamiaista ja menen töihin. And on which days, minä päivinä, you would say probably on Monday and on Tuesday. So maanantaina ja tiistaina, or maanantaina, tiistaina ja keskiviikkona. So you would just put ja, which means and, in between the two days of the week, if there are only two. But if there are many, you put the ja just between the two last ones. So now you know how to say on Monday, on Tuesday, and so we can continue now to this question. When do you have time? Milloin sinulla on aikaa? And like we had in the previous lessons, having, you express it by saying minulla on, sinulla on, hänellä on. I didn't want to include them here because I've repeated them quite many times. Maybe I should have them every time just in case, but this time I didn't have them here. But you can check them in the previous lesson. So you can then ask, when do I have time? When do you have time? When does he, she have time? When do we have time? But here it's just, when do you have time? Milloin sinulla on aikaa? And aika is the nominative, but here you need to have time in partitive. So it's aikaa. Milloin sinulla on aikaa? I have time on Monday. Minulla on aikaa maanantaina. And why it's in partitive, I think, because usually if you have a specific thing, like I have a house, you would say minulla on talo in the nominative. But here, because time is abstract, so that's why it's in partitive. It's like not something, yeah, it's, I don't know how to explain it better, but maybe you understand it from this example. Also, if you have like something that you cannot count, like of course you can count time, but it's something abstract. So the same way, if you're asking, do you have, or something that's not definite, like in general, do you have sugar? Onko sinulla sokeria? Then it's also partitive. But if it's something specific, then it's in nominative. Otherwise, in partitive. Then, when do you go to the gym? Well, you can ask milloin käyt salilla, or milloin menet salille. Actually, now when I think it, when do you go to the gym? Going, yeah. If it's, but these two are natural ways of asking this. The more like direct one would be the second one, but these both are fine. You just have to see that käydä requires a different case. So käydä salilla, but mennä, to go to somewhere, it's a different case here. So it's mennä salille or käydä salilla. You just have to memorize it. Like most of the verbs, you need to know what, in which case the noun has to be after the verb. I go to the gym on Tuesdays. Käyn salilla tiistaisin, or mene salille tiistaisin. No, I would say this is better. Käyn salilla tiistaisin. So on Tuesdays. And now you can find again this column here on Mondays, on Tuesdays, and you can find here the correct forms. So if you have the example question, you can just replace the day of the week and say, käyn salilla tiistaisin, käyn salilla keskiviikkoisin, torstaisin, perjantaisin, lauantaisin, sunnuntaisin. So it's easy with this chart. And next, when is the bank open? milloin pankki on auki? And if you know any other places, you can just replace pankki with something else. It's in nominative. So milloin kauppa on auki, a shop. Milloin kirjasto on auki, library. Auki is open. And the answer, the bank is open from Monday to Friday. Pankki on auki maanantaista perjantaihin. So you already have half the answer in the question. Milloin pankki on auki? Pankki on auki. And then you need a little bit of help with the days of the week. And that's why we have the chart here. So from Monday is in elative case, and to or until Monday in illative. So you can here combine maanantaista sunnuntaihin or tiistaista keskiviikkoon, keskiviikosta lauantaihin, perjantaista torstaihin. So this elative case is like the ending sta is a little bit like from the preposition, and to until something you can see it varies a little bit here maanantaihin, tiistaihin, except here keskiviikkoon. So there are some rules you need to know about these, but we can now just focus on knowing how to say this, and then you can find out yourself the exceptions of the rules, how to declinate the nouns to illative. But you can see the basic form, or the basic way of making this form is you put the hin, or yeah. But it has something to do with the like letters in the ends of the words. But from Monday and from different days, it's almost the same sta. Sometimes it is sta, but in these cases, it's always sta, because all of them end in I. Oh no, not every, not all of them, but anyways, let's continue. Those are like some details that we can talk maybe later, and through examples you will learn. Between what days do you work? Minkä päivien välissä teet töitä? So what in genitive in plural, päivien. It's also the genitive plural of päivä, like päivä, singular, päivät, plural, and then genitive päivien, the plural genitive. And välissä is between. And that's why these are in genitive, because minkä päivien välissä, it requires genitive. Teet, to do, you do, and töitä, work, so do work. You can also say työskennellä, työskentelet in the conjugated form, but I would say rather tehdä työtä. I think it's more natural. Anyways, that's what I would prefer to use. I work between Monday and Friday. Teen töitä maanantain ja perjantain välillä. So again, you can just open the chart, and here you find the structure, how to say between some days. So maanantain ja sunnuntain välillä, tiistain ja lauantain välillä, keskiviikon ja sunnuntain välillä. So if you want to say between some days, then you use this. But of course, you can say I work from Monday to Friday or Saturday. So maanantaista perjantaihin, maanantaista lauantaihin, keskiviikosta torstaihin. What day you don't like? Mistä päivästä et tykkää? And here it's like it requires this case, which is what? Let's check what case was it. Okay, I don't have the. Oh no, here. It was the elative case. So that's why mistä and päivästä, these both are in elative. I don't like Monday. En tykkää maanantaista. En tykkää tiistaista. I don't have any columns for this case, but you can now form it yourself because you know you just need to put all the days of the week in elative. And you already know the elative because it's here. So I don't like, and then you just say, use this chart. En tykkää tiistaista, en tykkää torstaista, en tykkää lauantaista. Did you mean Monday or Tuesday? Tarkoititko maanantaita vai tiistaita? So to mean is tarkoittaa, and tarkoititko is the question. Did you mean? Without the ko, it's tarkoitit. You meant. So this is actually in the past. I can show you the basic form. So tarkoittaa in the present. And you mean tarkoitat in present, but in the past tarkoitit. You just change one letter. And the question answer is I meant Monday. Tarkoitin maanantaita. And I included this example because I wanted to think of an example where you would use the participle case from the days of the week. And here you can find them: maanantaita, tiistaita, keskiviikkoa, torstaita, perjantaita, lauantaita, sunnuntaita. So for example, if you're talking with someone about your work and what day you have to do what, and then you're like, I mean, did you mean Monday or Tuesday? Then you would use participle. Like, tarkoititko maanantaita vai tiistaita? Tarkoititko or tarkoitit sä? This is a little bit more colloquial. Or tarkoitit sä. So one I is actually omitted here. Tarkoitit sä. Yeah, I think I would use this one. Tarkoitit sä. Tarkoititko. Yeah, it sounds more formal. And next, what week can we meet? Millä viikolla voimme tavata? So millä viikolla? This is in adhesive case. What week? Like on what week? Voimme, we can, tavata, to meet in basic form. We can meet this week, or we can meet next week. So voimme tavata tällä viikolla. It's the same case as this. So was it adhesive? Yeah, adhesive case. Or next week, voimme tavata ensi viikolla. So next is actually seuraava. But if we talk about the days and the weeks and months, we might use this word ensi. So ensi viikolla. Next. Oh yeah, I included this because I have here the charts for weeks, like this week, that week, next week, last week, and the same with the weekends. And I think having the chart like this, it's easy to see how to form the different forms. But yeah, let's go for the examples with the word week. What week did you meet him or her? Millä viikolla tapasit hänet? So tavata is the basic form. Tavata. And tapat in present, tapasit in past. And hänet, it's him or her. And was it accusative? Yeah, it's in accusative and not in partitive. Hänet. I met him / her that week. Tapasin hänet sillä viikolla. Or last week. Tapasin hänet viime viikolla. So last viime is the word that we use. Also edellinen, but here again, it's when we talk about like days and weeks, we would say next ensi viikolla, and last week viime viikolla. But you need to know, of course, that in some if you say like the next client or in some other context, it's not ensi asiakas, next client, it's seuraava asiakas, or last client. It's not viime asiakas, it's edellinen asiakas. But here in this context, it's ensi and viime. So don't mix these up because you need to use these in this context. So now you know how to say in present and past these questions, and in the chart you can find how to say this week, that week, next week. And it's in a different case than weekend. And let's go through the examples with those soon. But first, I have the question, what are you doing on the weekend? Mitä teet viikonloppuna? And viikonloppuna is in essive. So you might think, why? Well, it just is. I don't have any good explanations. It just is. And you need to learn it that it's not the same as with viikko. It's not viikonlopulla. It's viikonloppuna, totally different case. So viikonloppu, the nominative, and viikonloppuna, essive. Usually essive is means as something. So now on the weekend, viikonloppuna, it might be a bit weird, but that's how it is. So mitä teet viikonloppuna? On the weekend I will. So viikonloppuna minä aion. Aikoa is like going to do something, because we don't have future form in Finnish. So we use the present and certain verbs like aikoa to express plans of what you're going to do. So on the weekend I will rest. Viikonloppuna aion levätä. Rest, levätä. And next, I have the same structure as I had here with the week, but with weekend. So what weekend are you busy? Minä viikonloppuna olet kiireinen. So minä, not I, but again, like I showed you before, it's the essive of mikä, what, and essive of weekend, viikonloppuna. Olet, you are, kiireinen, busy. This weekend I'm busy. Tänä viikonloppuna olen kiireinen. Tänä viikonloppuna, so this. So tämä is this, but the essive of tämä is tänä. Tänä viikonloppuna olen kiireinen. Next weekend I'm busy. Ensi viikonloppuna olen kiireinen. And ensi, you don't do anything to it. It doesn't change at all. I think it's called a participle or particle. Yeah, because it doesn't change. It's always in the same form. And now in the past two questions, oh no, one question and two answers. So what weekend were you busy? Minä viikonloppuna olit kiireinen. So olet in present and olit in the past. That week I was busy. Sinä viikonloppuna olin kiireinen. That week. Oh, it should be weekend. That weekend I was busy. And last weekend I was busy. Viime viikonloppuna olin kiireinen. And when you learn more Finnish, you can always use the chart and think about more examples how to say like this week or this weekend, that week, that weekend, and continue the phrase and telling what you did in different times. And that's why we have the empty right page where you can actually use some of these words found on the left page. You would just create some phrases or dialogues using these. So that's just an idea how to use the empty right page of our both books, the Fill in the Blanks notebook and the Ultimate Finnish notebook. How many days are there in a week? Kuinka monta päivää viikossa on? So how many? Kuinka monta päivää? So päivä in nominative and päivää, the singular. It's actually in singular. So singular partitive. Kuinka monta päivää viikossa on? Is it singular? Let's just wait a moment. Kuinka monta päivää? Kuinka monta päivää? Päivä. Päivä, päivät. Päiviä would be the plural, so päivä is singular, yeah. And viikossa, in a week. And viikko. Oh, okay, I had it actually here. So viikko is a nominative, and viikossa is the initive form, case of week. And the answer is there are 7 days in a week. Viikossa on 7 päivää. So again, in a week, viikossa on is 7 days päivää in partitive case. And now we have actually gone through all the vocabulary of the questions and answers here. So now you have all the building blocks, how to talk about days of the week. And let me know if you have any questions about these that we went through now, because the next and final section is the cultural tips about the days of the week in Finland. So like I might have already said, no, I actually didn't say it, but so the work days are from Monday to Friday, like it is in most of the European countries and North America, Australia, like the Western countries. And the weekend is Saturday and Sunday, but Of course, the work days can vary depending on your profession. And for example, I was a Northern Light guide, a part-time guide last winter season, and I had days off on Thursdays and Sundays, but I only worked from 8 until 12 o'clock, uh, so in the evening. But let's talk about work a bit later. So first of all, opening hours of shops or whatever places. I have gathered here a few examples. So Lidl here in Rovaniemi, I live in Rovaniemi, which is a small city in Finland. It's actually the biggest one in Lapland, which is the biggest region in North. It's here in northern Finland. We only have 120,000 people, and from these, almost 70,000 live here in Rovaniemi. So it's 16th or 17th biggest city in Finland, which is quite small because Finland in general is quite small population wise. So here in Rovaniemi, we have two Lidls. And as an example, I wanted to show the opening hours. So from Monday to Friday, it's open from 8 to 9 o'clock in the evening. And on Saturday from 8 to 6, on Sunday from 12 to 6. So, okay, let's create a small example in Finnish. Little on auki maanantaista sunnuntaihin. I'm not going to tell the times because that's actually coming soon. I think the next one is months, and after that time. So I would just concentrate on the days of the week now. So Little on auki maanantaista sunnuntaihin. And here is the small library that's close to us. It's actually really small. The main library is in the center, so it's actually, I think, 3 kilometers from here, but it's um, closed, closed now due to renovation. So we mainly use the small library next to us. And here you can see it's from Monday to Friday, open around from 10 or 11 to either 3 or 5 o'clock. And on Saturdays and Sundays, it's closed. So if you would say the library is open from Monday to Friday, you would say kirjasto on auki maanantaista perjantaihin. So the library is open and then from Monday to Friday. And my bank, which is Nordea, I think it's Swedish, but we have a few banks here in Rovaniemi. Their offices are in the center, and this is my bank, Nordea. They are open from Monday to Friday between 10 and 4:30. And they are closed on Saturdays and Sundays. So we could say the bank is closed on the weekend. Pankki on suljettu viikonloppuna on the weekend. Or pankki on suljettu lauantaina ja sunnuntaina. The bank is closed on Saturday and Sunday. Maybe if you're a young person and you like to party, like I also did that when I was a teenager and in my early 20s. So the peak times to go to a bar, a disco, a pub are usually Friday and Saturday. Free weekend is like Wednesday and Thursday. I think mostly Wednesday, because we also have a word for Wednesday, like a nickname. It's pikkulauan, pikkulauantai. So a little Saturday. So that's the nickname for Wednesday. And I think mostly some pubs or bars have used this term to market their services that, hey, you should come on Wednesdays as well to drink a little bit. So pikkulauantai, little Wednesday. The quiet nights are definitely Monday and Tuesday. And recovery on Sunday, but of course there are people who also party on Sunday and then they have a hangover on Monday at school or at work. And when I was a student, like I'm a student again. This is my third degree that I'm doing currently. But when I was 19 and 20 and I started my first university degree, I think we had the party days on was it Tuesdays and Thursdays. And I was like, okay, that's a little bit weird, but um, we didn't have that much lectures on Fridays. And it was either Tuesday and Thursday or Wednesday and Friday. I think it wasn't even Wednesday and Friday, which in my second school, I actually remember they had or not my second school. Actually, some of my friends who were studying something else like economics or something else, they had some other days when they usually had more parties in their like first 2 3 months. But we had Tuesday and Thursday, and some of my friends had Wednesday and Friday because many people on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, left to their hometowns. And that's also what I did during my first year. I always left Turku and went to Vantaa, where my parents lived. But anyways, Friday and Saturday are always good if you want some nightlife. And now we can talk about work. So I will just give you the summary. So the regular working hours in Finland can be maximum 8 hours per day or 40 hours per week. Uh, so this is in law. Of course, it's said here that if the employee agrees, then they can also work more, but they should have some extra salary for it. Uh, so they have some small. They get the base salary and a little bit extra on top of that. And what else? Part-time job. Your working hours are under 40 hours a week or under 80 hours in 2 weeks. And in Finland, normal working hours are usually from Monday to Friday between 8 to 4 or 9 to 5. And yeah, it said that in government and in the offices, it has been like this since the 1960s. What else? Let's find something interesting. So I found something I didn't know myself. So sapatin rikos. So you might know the word Sabbath or something like that. I think it's from is it from Hebrew or Arabic or something? So Sabbath is is it the holiday or like rest day? So I found out that this was the name of the crime, sapatin rikos, or lepopäivän rikkominen, which means um, how do you say how do you say that? Okay, anyways, it's when you don't rest. It was a crime, and it said here which let's just use Google Translate. I cannot now get the words in my mind. Translating directly, it's not easy. Sabbath crime, so breaking the day of rest. Yeah, violated the sanctity of the holiday, and it was taken in use in 1734, and according to, let's just use Google again. So according to chapter blah 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 blah, the reason for breaking the Sabbath was the one who did handicraft or other work on the Sabbath, which is more suitable to live there, and which is not done for one's own or another's emergency needs. And the one who kept a trinket shop or other similar store open on the Sabbath, or engaged in market trade on the Sabbath after 9 o'clock in the morning. Someone committed a crime on the Sabbath. This circumstance was to be considered aggravating, except if the crime was of such a quality that it could only be committed on the Sabbath. What else? Here's the definition. It was defined in the criminal law as the Sabbath time lasting from 6 o'clock in the morning to 6 o'clock in the evening on a Sunday or on a church holiday, which was a holy day. So this was something interesting I didn't know, and it was, yeah, the provisions of the criminal code on Sabbath crimes were repealed in 1971, and they had not been applied in practice before then. Oh, okay, so that means probably in a long time it was just ignored. But anyways, it existed, so that was interesting. And here it says that during the early times of the industrial age in Finland, um, especially in industry, um, people people worked quite long, 14 to 16 hours year long, so they didn't have holidays, or yeah, that's how I understand this. And then the union started like requiring to shorten the days to be 8 hours, and in many countries that happened during, like, after World War I, First World War. And it says here in Finland there was a law created in 1917, okay, the same year as Finland got independence. And it said that the working hours could be maximum 8 hours a day and 47 hours a week. And in a week, there should be at least a 30-hour uninterrupted free time, if possible, like during Sunday, or including Sunday. Yeah, that's everything that came into my mind about the weekdays. Or let me think a bit if there's something else. Um, no, we have gone through the opening hour, and the opening hours can be a little bit difficult in smaller places. So especially during the weekends, it can be a pain in the ass. But it's not as bad as it used to be. Now it's much better than compared to like 10 years ago. There are not that many 24/7 places. Well, there are some gyms. There are some like gas stations, maybe McDonald's or some fast food places. But in general, it's quite hard to find any services in Finland after, let's say, 8, 9 o'clock in the evening. And if you have any questions about this topic, days of the week, the vocabulary, the grammar, if I didn't explain everything, just leave a comment and I'll try to find a good explanation. And also, if you know something interesting regarding the topic, days of the week in the Finnish culture, just leave a comment. The next time we discuss the months. So today it was the days of the week, so it's natural that next time we have months, and after that, time. So thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode. Bye.